What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. In this video, we'll be going over the new TU10 patch notes, the final patch notes from all the PTS testing that we have been doing, giving feedback. These are the final notes that, well, it will start tomorrow. So TU10 will drop live for us tomorrow. The raid will be only dropping, I think, the 30th of June of this month. And Season 2 will be dropping on the 23rd, June 23rd. So let's go over all the patch notes. There's quite a bit to go over. I will be streaming tomorrow. If you guys look, I did make a community post at 6 o'clock British time in England, so BST. That will be 6 o'clock, 1800. So make sure on Twitch to come and follow me. The link will be in the description. So please jump there. We're gonna go through everything, farm, grind. It's gonna be a great night of streaming. So make sure you guys stop by. Let's go into these patch notes now. I have briefly looked over them, and some of the things. Because I played the PTS quite thoroughly and I went over a lot. If you guys know what I mean, please put a F in the chat. The bonk build is gonna be so broken strong. I cannot believe they didn't nerf this. I sent clips. I sent 17 clips in PvP of me one-shotting players in a certain way. And if you know what the bonk build is, get ready, because it's coming, and it's coming very hard, because it's going to be insane. I can't believe they didn't nerf it. But let's just move on and go over this. So like I said, F in the chat if you know what I mean by the bonk build. So new season is upon us. Now, I don't really want to go over everything in detail. There is a lot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all the changes and give you my thoughts and opinion on everything. So we're getting 2 new exotics, 1 new gear set, 2 new named weapons, 2 new named gear, and 1 new brand set. Okay, so the new raid, Operation Ironhorse. So new bosses, new puzzles, and rewards. Level 40 version is available on June 30th, followed by the next week by the level 30 version. So discovery mode will become available at a later date, which is unfortunate for players who cannot matchmake. We all know the story with that, it's a bit annoying. So you do get 2 new exotics and 2 new gear sets. As above, it's stated 1 new gear set. So I think it's the status effect one that will be coming tomorrow. And then we will be getting the other ones in the raid. 2 new gear sets and 2 new exotics. So we have that to look forward to. Obviously the Regulus is going to be one of them, the pistol. Mission localized audio. They fixed an audio bug. I wasn't really aware of this too much. Now, when I used to play the game in the dark zone, I think it used to go high pitched. I don't know if that's what they meant. It would go high pitched and the audio would not just disappear, but be very distorted. And this hopefully will change it. If you guys have, let me know in the comments if you have suffered from any of these problems that they have mentioned here. I will leave the PTS link right below in the description, so make sure to read it and let me know if you've experienced any of these. So the new exotics, SRS Sniper Rifle Mantis. So I think this has gone unchanged. If you want to come and look, go through everything. The Mantis is really, really good. The damage is insane. The headshot damage is really, really strong. And if you like to use the decoy skill, this will be the perfect weapon to go with that, because it actually refreshes it, which is really nice. It also highlights weak points, and you get quite a decent amount of amplified damage by 50%. Headshot and weak point damage against enemies not targeting you is amplified by 50%, and you can tell when they're not targeting you from the reticle. It's like a round ring. You'll see when you guys get it, and I will let you know how to get all of these items as soon as I find out. We know how to get some of them, but nothing is set in stone. I'm going to get them first and tell you guys exactly how I got them. So the Vial Mask is going to be really strong. Status effect, apply damage over time debuff. Obviously, if you stack explosive damage and you look at your concussion grenade, it's going to be 50% of that. It's pretty simple, but also effective. It works really well with the Regulus pistol, because you get explosive damage, which is actually weapon damage, but it also stacks with that, which is really nice because it puts enemies on the bleed. So that could be really good to combine with the new gear set that's coming out that focuses on status effect. I think it's called Eclipse Protocol, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is actually, yes, it's Eclipse Protocol, which is coming out only in Season 2. So okay, so it seems like we're only going to be getting Eclipse Protocol in Season 2. That's a bit annoying. Ravenous, Regulus, we all know that. I've gone over all of this before in my previous patch note videos. So Eclipse Protocol, this is a very, very strong status effect build. It actually spreads over 25 meters, which is, okay, wait, I think they might have changed it. So chest talent, proliferation, increases indirect transmission range. Now pay attention, because this is where it gets interesting. Range from 15 meters to 20 meters. So if they are 20 meters away, that is very strong. It sends your status effects further. So if you like burning enemies or using bleed, this is going to be amazing for you. And there's so many elements in the game, like gun talents, other gear talents, that could synergize perfect with this. Then the Foundry Bulwark, a lot of you guys were wondering that is this going to be broken? It's not broken. I know a way of making it really strong, and it has nothing to do with blues. So I wonder if you guys can figure out what I mean. But I've got so many cool ideas and things I figured out that I have not shared yet to show you guys. So make sure to stick around. So future initiatives of Bulwark and future initiative are going to only come out in the raid. That's interesting. We got to wait. I think it's like 15 days or something like that, 2 weeks. I'm interested to see, because future initiative is a very nice for healer people. Anyone who likes a healer build, this is the one for you. It's really nice, especially if you pair it with empathic resolve, which is a chess piece talent. So make sure you go and farm all of those to get prepared for that gear set. So this new gear brand is quite interesting. Walker Harrison Company, we all know about this. It's been in the PTS. The weapon damage is actually really good. Damage to armor, damage to health. This is going to be interesting to see how much damage we can get out of this when we actually max out crit. I want to try and make a full crit damage build with this gear set. It's going to be interesting to see how much damage we can actually do. I think it's going to be very good. So the new Nen weapons, we've gone over this before. I'm not going to get into too much detail. I've given full reviews of these weapons. There's a new repair trap. So the repair trap, I actually made a video about this as well. I don't think anyone else did. So it deploys a small line of small devices capable of repairing friendlies in their proximity. The repair trap will not be available in-game until the season primary target unlocks in August. So that's quite a long way away, so remember that. New talents, Future Perfect. We know all about this. In Sync, Adrenaline Rush, Headhunter. Adrenaline Rush is going to be, in my opinion, is going to be the best backpack talent for PvP, but we're going to see. Make sure to farm this as soon as we can. It'll be available tomorrow, which is very nice. Gameplay change, reduce how many elites will spawn in the following missions. Go through that. Loot, if you want to go through the loot, here it is for you guys. That's all there. Crafting, this is very important. So crafting will now guarantee a higher minimum item power, resulting in higher overall stat rolls. Crafting is very terrible right now, and it's nice to see that we'll be getting better items. So removed final world tier 5 crafting bench upgrade, as a power increase is now redundant. I also think people were having problems because it was bugged out and they didn't seem to mention that, but oh well. At least they're just completely removing that upgrade, which is actually really good. This for me is a big deal. So I'm sure you guys know this. We've been crying for this for a long time, shouting out for this. Vendors added named items to both open world and dark zone vendors. I don't care about the price increase. We got the money because we've been given trash lately, so we've got the money. Increased item power for all vendors. I want to see. I will be making vendor resets as soon as I can, so stay tuned for that. Those will be the first videos I put out before the stream, so make sure to stick around for that. Click the notification bell so you guys don't miss these videos. Vendors no longer sell purple items, which is really nice. Shade Tech levels, added field precision cast to Shade Tech level after reaching the maximum season level. Okay. Increased crafting material rewards for spending Shade Tech levels in scavenging category. So in Conflict, you get Shade Tech experience. So all the Conflict players are going to have fun because now you can actually get Shade Tech levels. I think I'm only like Shade Tech 500. I would be at 2000 if PvP gave you Shade Tech. So this is about time. It's ridiculous. Okay, so Rogue Agent encounters, that's not very interesting to me, to be honest. It's pretty easy. Control point officers, you actually get 80% armor back. I think we all knew this. Some of the changes are new, but I just want to go over the things that pop out to me. We know about incoming repairs. It only works with your skills. Go and read this if you guys like it. It's very important. So Unbreakable, Clutch, talents like that are going to be no longer very strong because of this. It's a big deal. Incoming repairs is a big deal. I made a whole video on this, so make sure to go and check this out. Weapon handling, in my opinion, is going to be the best stat in the game. Now, people don't know that. People, maybe you're sleeping on it. Look how much you get for 1%. You get all of those stats. You get accuracy, stability, weapon swap speed, and reload speed. If you have 8% weapon handling, you get all of that, which is ridiculous, especially if you're on console. And by the way, reload speed is a form of DPS. Don't forget that. So that's actually insane. So we've got some talent changes. Leadership, bonus armor increased to 15 from 12. That's actually really good. Interesting. Reformation, skill of duration increased from just 15 seconds. That's going to be really handy. Creeping death is something I like to use, and I think it might become viable now. So PvP reduced. We know all about this. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but these are all the changes you need to come and have a look at. Read it by yourself. It's very, very good. PvP feels a lot better, but the time to kill is still pretty quick because the weapons have been buffed still. So it's quite interesting. So the Del Barrel shotgun got quite a significant buff. It's going to be interesting to see how much damage this thing can do because it was already hitting hard. So I'm worried about this. We're going to have to see what happens because it's going to be quite ridiculous, especially with Intimidate chest piece builds, which can give you so much damage. I'm actually a bit scared, but we're going to see. No more fire holster, goodbye, good riddance. Pestilence, lowered damage. Plague of the Outcast, damage of time effect, no longer triggers True Patriot's white debuff armor repair effect. I could have sworn they changed that, but it seems like they've just put it in, set it in stone now, which is good. Okay. So they've actually given us a True Patriot's white debuff explicitly states it requires shooting the debuff target in order to receive the... Yes, fair enough. Okay, so that's why they've changed it. Negotiator's Dilemma, say goodbye. Reduce the range at which target's marked. So this is not going to be a thing anymore in PvP. It still can be used, but we tested it in the PTS and it actually works really well. I'm glad to see it. Efficient has been nerfed. Thank you, goodbye. We all know that. That's good. 50%. No more guys reliant on efficient, which was a problem. So I think versatile will still be really good, to be honest. I don't think it's going to change much. I would have said they should have lowered that to 15%, but whatever. Or at most 20. I don't know why it's still that high, but we're going to have to see how good it is because swapping does take a bit of time. But if you know what you're doing, you could utilize that pretty well. We've got some weapon changes, LMGs, MMRs. If you want to come have a look at this, go read. Your favorite guns will be here. I'm not going to go over everything. It's going to be really interesting to see how this works. Just a side note, go and farm Brace the chest piece talent because that's going to be really strong. I've already got mine because I didn't have it in my library. That's going to be a great chest piece talent, especially paired with, for example, the SVD. It's going to be really good. So exotic changes, the Bighorn. I've got mine now. We've all got it. We've been grinding for it. I hope you guys did too because I made a video about this. It's unbelievably strong. You can hit huge damage with it and it's really been buffed. Have a look at that. Just big headshot damage. It's going to be so strong. Let's go through the rest of them. We know all about these changes. I've gone through all of this. The Lady Death still has that melee damage. Crazy that is still there, but oh well. I guess they haven't seen what we're about to bring to the table. So it's pretty cool. The Lady Death does a lot of damage. I think the damage was on par with the SBR 9mm Vector, which is insane because you actually get more damage from the buff from the Lady Death while running around, which is really good. BTS U-Gloves have a nice change. I like these changes. I think tomorrow is going to be very interesting. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. Aces and eights no longer gives you the multiplicative damage. So 3-piece headshot damage bonus is now additive rather than multiplicative. So that has been nerfed. So no more aces 3-piece. It's going to be a bit better because people were abusing it. So system corruption, one of the best gear sets in the entire game now, in my opinion, now repairs 20% of your armor. So that is normal armor. That is straightforward permanent armor. In addition to granting 50% bonus, increases total weapon damage by 1% per 5% armor gained, up to 20% weapon damage. It's going to be great. Looking forward to that. Striker is still terrible, but hey, let's just move on. Hardwired, increased 3-piece skill repair bonus 15 to 30, but that's all the gear sets have been given a significant boost to their repair skills and their incoming repairs and things like that. So something to go over here. UI changes, we got some great UI changes. This update is going to be amazing, so make sure you guys definitely come and pop into the stream tomorrow. It's going to be really good. I cannot wait. There's so many bug fixes, so many good changes. It's going to be amazing. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and get ready for a whole bunch of TU10 videos in the future. Peace out, agents.